Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Wednesday night. It's chill stream night. Happy hump day. What's happening out there in the world with all you fine internetonians? Jordan Scott Mills, you get the gold star tonight. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Amanda says, hi, Jack. Good to see you all. Happy hump day. Camel, camel. Jake, how are you tonight? I'm Freely. How are you? Jordan, here's your gold star. And Amanda says, hi, Jordan. And she says, I love the title tonight, Jake. Why, yes. Yes, it is about sick mousy tail. And some sexual chocolate. Yummy. And kinky socks. You know how it is. Jordan says, I just want to remind people that there's a lot of scary things that will be covered, as is most of the news nowadays. But there is a cure to that fear, and that cure has a name, and it's Jesus Christ. Yes, and on Bible study night, that would be apropos. It's apropos any night, but, you know, relax. Have a good time tonight. Jordan says, hi, Amanda, good to see you. As is you, Jake. It's good to see you too, Jordan. Fab Daddy, my brother from another mother. What's happening? He says, I'm glad my power and the internet's back on. Me too, buddy. Me too. Amanda says, I'm doing good. Getting a little better every day. That's fantastic. Fab Daddy says, that's good, Amanda. It's fantastic. And Amanda says, how's the fire and your mom, Fab Daddy? George says, sorry, I'm eating. I just got done saying grace, and I'm feeling the spirit. And I hear you. No problem. No problem. I'm just trying to let you know that it's a more relaxed setting tonight, and we can talk about whatever. Doesn't have to be anything in particular. We can talk about them guns. You know. Mom has evacuated to a different town, says Fab Daddy. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that fire that's going on there, buddy. I hope everything works out. I know they've had a lot of trouble with that in the past. Deforestation and whatnot. Tonight's episode is brought to you by this fine hot cup of coffee. Wouldn't you like to have a cup of coffee with me and unwind from the day? Go get your pot started and kick back and enjoy a nice hot cupper. And if you don't have a cup, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It's fantastic. Also, like, subscribe, share, support, join the channel, and Super Chat is available in the chat box should you desire to have your chat seen immediately. I'll read it. I promise. Crazy amount of cockroaches crawling around, I bet. Coming out of the woodworks, quite literally. It's hot. They all want to make easy money. I say, let the people return home. I say if they can, they should. You know if a fire is threatening your house or not. And in California, if that's where you're talking about, it wouldn't surprise me at all because they do not keep their forests clean. All that EPA nonsense. Yes, you are, Jake. Fire, fire. I like this shirt, but it's very thick. It's very hot. It's currently 108 and it smells like smoke, says Fab Daddy. I concur. Jack, what's up, buddy? Jack says fire engine. Jordan says, Jake, you should look into Stream Elements. I use Stream Elements. They take a similar percentage than YouTube does, and you're not implicitly supporting the depravity that YouTube does. I don't support the depravity that YouTube does anyway. I support what I do. I'm just using YouTube as a distributor because it's the best distributor available. But I understand what you're saying, and I do use Stream Elements. I'm also on 11 other platforms, just in case. But YouTube is the one that's making me the money, so. Which ain't very much of that, but I'm doing what I can do, you know. Fab Daddy says, I've been without power since yesterday before sunset. Came back on about 3.5 hours ago. Well, that's good, man. I'm sorry you're having power troubles. And Amanda says, you too, Jack. And Jack says, I love the hair. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Me too. It's always been there. I just happen to not have the thingy on. Yeah, you tell that fire to kick rocks, Fab Daddy. Tell it to step into a Slim Jim. Yeah. Jack says, you're good. We love you. Appreciate it. I love you too, man. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hit that like button, everybody. So double tap if you have a phone. Tap, tap. There's 13 people and only 3 likes. That's 10% of people have hit the like button. Fab Daddy says, a lot of my neighbors evacuated and left their sprinklers running on the roof. They're going to hate paying that water bill. Yes, they will. Michael Whiteman, back for round 2, I see. Robert Kennedy for president. It's not going to happen, but I appreciate your moxie. Jordan says, is the picture of you used for your thumbnail an old picture of you or of your father? I've always been curious. It's me. I think that picture was taken 2011, 2010, somewhere around there. I don't know which picture you're talking about. If it's the one of me looking up in the air, the one of me holding the guitar, yeah, it was about 2011 when that picture was taken. But it's me. My father wishes he had the riz I got. He did. He was quite a handsome man, but much taller. I'm not very tall, but I put off Big D energy, you know what I'm saying? Trump 2025, says Jack. Yeah. Jordan says, ha ha ha, I got you. Imagine that, says Amanda. Well, you know. Willie Nelson said, when you're ugly, you got to be twice as cool. You live a good life, Jake. We love you, my G. Well, I appreciate that, Jack. I don't know how good it is, but I appreciate that. I live a life. It's there. I hadn't died yet, so that's good. I'm just doing my thing, man. I ride my Harley and shake my little tushy on the catwalk. And that's it. Just a dancing chicken. You know what a dancing chicken is, don't you? In the circus, they used to have dancing chickens. And what they would do is they'd put a hot plate under the floor. And they'd put the chickens out and they'd turn the heat up and the chickens would start hopping around dancing. But they would never leave the floor. They'd just hop up and down where the floor was hot. And drive them ladies crazy, says Amanda. That's a fact. Popeye's chicken. Jack, you need to send me some of that Popeye's chicken, man. I don't think we have a Popeyes around here. You guys want to see my latest acquisition? Check this out. That's my new baby. I got that last week, last Friday? Something like that. Popeyes is better than KFC. I agree. That's a Mexican-made Fender Telecaster. Very nice. You know, Jimi Hendrix played a Strat. That's a Telly. Nice. Thank you very much. She's a beauty and she sounds amazing. Very slappy. I like it. Got just the right amount of twang. I played it Friday night. Whatever night my last show was, I played it for the first time on stage and it did a wonderful job. So they are sending their best for guitars, at least. What do you mean? Amanda says, oh boy, here they go with the fireworks already. Well, it is the 3rd. So midnight tonight will be the time to get a jump on it and get it going now. And by the way, happy 4th of July, everybody. I shan't be here tomorrow, but I hope you all have a great 4th of July. Patty, welcome. Hello from Tennessee. Welcome back. Whew. This might warm in here. Oh, they're not sending their best comment about illegal immigration. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Mexican-made. I got you. I understand now. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet guitar. Here's the interesting thing about that guitar. It's made in Ensenada, Mexico, which is about 5 miles or so as the crow flies from Corona, California. It's not very far. I don't know how far it is, but it's not very far. They're right next to each other. Corona, California is where the American-made tellies are made. Ensenada is where the Mexican-made are made. So they basically employ the same group of people. They're in the same area. And they belong to the same company. They're just 2 different countries. Well, in 1997 or so, the Mexican plant burned to the ground. So they took all of the surplus material and all of the machinery from Corona, California, and divided it up amongst the 2 factories. So anything that came out of that factory that year is basically an American telly because it's made with American stuff on American machines. The only difference is the Mexican guy's running it. That's the only difference, but it's the same stuff. That's a 99. So it's right there in that area. So that's basically an American telly. If you know anything about guitars, that's a lot better. Buy about $1,000. I did not pay that for that guitar. I got it at a really good deal. Amanda says, happy 4th of July. 4th. Jacob Paris, what's up? Welcome to the show. Come on in, take your shoes off. I see you got one in your profile picture already. Jordan says, Fab Daddy, got to move to a free state, brother. Oklahoma is great for that. Not sure about Utah, but I didn't have to scratch to get the fireworks this year anyway. Well, Utah's got a bunch of them people that wear the special underwear, but other than that, it's a pretty nice place. Jack says, smoke one for you. Don't mind if I do. Jacob says, I'm from Oklahoma, and it's great. I've been through there. I was in Texarkana for a while. Texarkana is right in between Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. It's right there at the tip of all 3 states. It's the weirdest town because you can go across the street and it'll be a long-distance phone call across the street. And it's in a different zip code. But whatever. Anyway, while I was there, we went out through Texas. And we went up into Oklahoma. And we saw a big tree. It was like a tree trunk. The tree is long gone, but the trunk was still there. And you could go inside of the tree trunk. And it was like the size of a house. I don't know why people aren't living in those things. Put a roof on it, you got a house. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Jack says, you only live one time. What you gonna do when we live forever? I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I don't even know what form we'll be in or what we'll know about, what kind of consciousness we'll have. You will live forever. There's no doubt about that. You can't destroy energy. But I do not know what form that life is going to take, and it will be interesting to find out. Jordan says, the Mormons are generally very accepting and tolerant. They've always been great to me, and their religion has prepping built into it, which is cool. They are typically very devout, albeit in odd ways. I agree. I don't have any problem with Mormons. I just don't believe in what they believe in. But if they believe it, that's fine with me. I don't like anybody that doesn't believe in what they believe in. An atheist of any kind is an atheist. If you ain't got enough moxie to back up what you believe in, if you choose a different path, that's fine with me. I can respect that if you actually believe that. But if you're on the fence about it, no, I don't play that game. You're a grown person. You should know what you believe. I know what I believe, and I backed it up. I didn't just decide to believe what I believe because my mommy believed it or because that's how I was raised. I went looking, and I found out what I believed. And I found out what I didn't believe, which is more important. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia, but I'm currently in North Carolina. Monkey Juice, what's up, brother? 100% pure atheist here. Well, Monkey Juice, we can't all be perfect, buddy. Intelligence ain't for everybody. That's all right. You keep coming back, and I'll keep talking to you. Maybe we can change that one day. Back to my shirt. Back my shirt up, homeboy, says Jack. I don't know what you're talking about there, Jack. Jordan says, Jacob, I spent a few years in the big city, and I lived it. Will possibly move back somewhat soon. Economy never took a hit during COVID. That's awesome. It's awesome if Oklahoma City did well during that period of time. Not many places did, so it's awesome if they held their ground. Amanda says, geez, I guess my town is having their fireworks show tonight. These are some big ones. Is North Carolina beautiful? Yes, Jacob. It's beautiful if you like flatland. You have to go out almost to Tennessee to get to the mountains. So where I'm at is all flat. And then on one side there's beaches everywhere. But yeah, it's pretty around there. Lots of green stuff. It's just flatland. Amanda says, hey, Monkey Juice. Hello, Amanda says, Monkey Juice. And Jack says, I will wear my mask. I still wear my mask. Well, that's not going to happen for me. I'm sorry for you there, Jack. Amanda says, smash that like button, y'all. That's right. It's a double tap if you have a phone. Smash that like button. There's 16 people here. There's only 4 likes. Come on now. Flat like Kansas. Now, I think Kansas probably got us beat, Jacob. They're pretty flat in Kansas. But yeah, a lot of fields. We got a lot of fields around where I live. And not much in the way of hills. And I'm from the foothills of Georgia, so I'm used to the rolling countryside, and it just don't do that around here. Now, you get up into Virginia, it does, but not around here. Jordan says, Oklahoma is also beautiful if you like flatland. Ha-ha. Got a point. Amanda says, like, subscribe, share, support, join the madness. And Super Chat is available in the chat box if you really want to show some love and get your words out there. For sure. Masks are crazy, says Monkey Juice. On that we agree, Monkey. Jack says, I love Amanda. Amanda's very popular. Jordan says, where are you from, Monkey Juice? And Jacob says, Southeast Oklahoma is somewhat hilly and not so flat. Amanda says, oh, thanks, Jack. She's the best, says Jack. Yes, she is. In more ways than one. Sexual chocolate. Monkey Juice says, Massachusetts, home of the world champion Patriots. Ugh. And the Celtics. Jordan says they still have mask mandates there, Monkey. I know it's pretty liberal, but that's crazy. Yeah, I never did put one of them things on, and I'm not about to start now. And I felt very strongly about that because I've worked construction most of my life, and I've worn those little masks before, and I've had mouthfuls of dust while wearing those masks. So I know they didn't work. If it won't keep dust out, it ain't going to keep a virus out. Amanda says, oh, Jake, kissy face, kissy face. Don't hold it against me. I won't. You do you, boo. Just don't get any of it on me. That's all I'm asking. By the way, if you guys hadn't been by the brand new Untethered Live Facebook page, the link is in the chat. If you guys want to go by and get to know each other on a personal level, share some videos and pictures, and keep up with all things Untethered Live Universe, that's the place to be right there. Link in the chat. It's also in the description below if you can't find it in the chat, which you should be able to because it's right there. That's a good cup of coffee. I still ain't got my voice back yet, but I'm working on it. I'm getting better. I can actually sing a little tonight, but I'm not gonna. I have had a time with this laryngitis business. I do not like it. Amanda says, 8-ball, oh 8-ball, is tonight gonna be wild? And 8-ball says, maybe. Jordan says, yep, same. I hate those crappy masks. I always go with the 3M rubberized seal half-face respirators. Those are the best. I cut a bathtub out with a dinky mask and could literally taste the fiberglass, which sucked. Yes. John Clements, welcome to the show. What's this about, brother? Whatever you want it to be, John. Come on in. Linda Davis in the house. Hey, Linda, how are you, sweetie? How are you and Walter doing tonight? And I hope all is well, and happy 4th of July on the 3rd. Amanda says, hey, Linda. And Amanda says, it's just a conversation, John. Whatever you want to talk about, bring it on. We'll talk about it, as long as you don't get dirty. Too dirty. You can get a little dirty. I like double entendres. I'm wearing the Tulsi Gabbard hairdo today. I hope you guys enjoy. Linda says, hey, Amanda. And Jordan says, hiya, John. And Jordan says, hey, Amanda. Hey, Linda. Good to see you again. It's always lovely when Linda's in the chat. Very nice indeed. I swear to God, I got the air conditioner on and I'm burning up in here. Must be all the lights. Whew. And the coffee. Probably the coffee. But I can't help it, it's delicious. Have you guys been watching the news? It's been getting crazy. It's going to get crazier before October gets here. That October surprise is always a bad thing. Could be rough. Walter's still in New Jersey? Oh, man. Well, maybe he'll pop on tonight and say hello. Must be thinking about you, just kidding. I'm always thinking about you one way or another. It's usually bad, but I'm always thinking about you. Jordan says the October surprise will be Joe Biden still drawing breath. That's debatable. It's debatable whether he's doing that currently. Oh, damn, says Amanda. I'll take it. All right, Jack. Calm down, buddy. We don't play like that around here. I mean, you can think it all you want. Just don't tell me about it. Because I don't want to know. So what's in the agenda today, Jake? Anything you want to be. It's Wednesday. I'm relaxed. I got my hair down. I worked hard all week. I'm just chilling with you guys. Hanging with my friends. That's it. You want to talk about something? We'll talk about it. I don't have anything on my mind other than just general bleh. Maybe somebody ask some questions and I'll answer them. But I've been sick for 2 weeks and working my tail off on top of that, so I'm just relaxed. I got the hammer. I got the Hummer. Ooh, easy now. I hope you're talking about a truck. Linda says, hi, Jordan and Jack. Good to see you. Linda, have you had a good week? What do you do for work, says William. William, welcome to the show. You're looking at it. This is what I do for work. I'm also a screen printer and a musician, and I do all of the above. Amanda says, that's debatable, Jack, right? Amanda says, hi, William, and Jack says, thanks. Mostly I'm just reading the chat, and whatever you guys want to talk about, I'll go off on a tangent if you say something interesting. But tonight is just chill. It's a chill stream. We can talk about a sick mouse tail. How about that? My mouse is sick. This one. The buttons are going schizoid on me. So I'm getting a new mouse. That's one good thing. Jordan says, did you guys hear about the Democrats throwing a tantrum to get Joe to step down, and Joe's proud self outright refused to? LOL. They're going to need a lot of dead people to get him to win this time. Well, I don't know if he's going to make it. I think the main Democrats have kind of turned tail on him and going the other direction and trying to figure out some kind of legitimate way where they can sidestep him and not put Kamala Harris in office, which is funny because she's the first black president, if, you know, that were to be the case, and they're certainly not going to let that happen. And that's funny because that's exact opposite of what they've been preaching for the last 10 years. Curious Squirrel, what's up? Happy chill stream, everybody. Jack says, I was trying to make a big hot dog today. Sorry, it was big, love. It was big. I love it. Excellent. Jack, are you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Curious Squirrel, how are you? Sweet love and happiness. Amanda says, sounds personal, Jack. Be careful where you stick that hot dog. Easy, y'all. Amanda says, hey, Squirrely. And Linda Davis says, well, the electricity has stayed on for 2 whole days. So all in all, not a bad week so far. Yeah, you and Fab Daddy seem to be having electricity troubles. I hate it when that happens. And Amanda says, awesome, Linda. Bernie 2024. What is it with Democrats and dead people? Or nearly dead people? Sorry. Jack says, sorry, I was feeling it today. I hear you. Amanda says, Jordan, did you fall or bump your head? Jordan says, hey, Curious Squirrel, good to see ya again. I got to tell you, I don't think they want Kamala Harris to be what could be or what once was. She said that a bunch of times, and apparently it was serious. I don't have any idea what she was talking about, though. If you're having electrical problems, call Newsom. Well, we're not in California, so I don't know what he'd do about it. Jack says, I need someone to love me. Well, I love you, Jack, but platonically. And Jordan says, Amanda, nope, I just sent all my money to Bernie in $27 increments. No refunds. No refunds. Funny. Amanda says, LOL, Jordan. And Jordan says, I had to get Bernie another house on a lake, on Lake Champlain. Maybe he'll see that Champlain Lake monster. You know the one. Jack. Listen, brother. It is hot. Better. Now my neck can breathe. I was trying to have a hair down day, but it's just too hot. Take it all off, Jake. No. Absolutely not. Nanny. Jordan says, Vermont is a weird place because it's a Democratic, but it's not like a super crazy Democrat place. Only really Burlington is. If you go to the smaller places, they're still pretty sane. Well, Jordan, I have met a lot of Democrats that I would consider sane, and I could have conversations with them, that'd be fine. But in those big cities, those people have lost their damn minds. They just have. I don't know what they're feeding those people, but they have straight lost their minds. But there are a lot of people like Jimmy Dore, that type of Democrat. That's fine. Have an intelligent conversation. We may disagree on some stuff, but we can still talk about it. These people don't want to talk. They don't want to have reason and understanding. They want to just say whatever they feel, and that's it. You can't run a world like that. That's what happened to Rome. Jordan says, yep, I'm from Los Angeles, where literal illegal immigrants can vote in local elections. Trust me, I know, right? It's crazy. Linda says, I live in an old coal mining town, and the service is not quite up to par. Any strong storms that come through knocks the power right out. Yeah, it's about how it is here, too. Every time it rains, we lose power. But I think they have been upgrading it over the past couple of years because that's happened less than it used to happen. Used to, if it just sprinkled outside, the power was going out. But I think they've fixed it a little bit. It still gets overloaded, though. I don't know why. I mean, it is an old town I live in, but you'd think they would keep up with that sort of things. Got it. Jack. I'm prepared, buddy. I got everything I need within reaching distance from where I'm currently at, including my firepower. And they're feeding them a daily dose of CNN and MSNBC and probably a lot of soy lattes. A bunch of soy boys. Listen, I ain't got no problem with progressive types. Go do your thing. Have fun. Cut off your little chaz, and as long as your city will put up with it, you go right ahead. What I will not tolerate is any more sissy men. You're a man, for God's sakes. Go touch some dirt, or hold a frog, or scratch, or do something. Stop with the frosted tips and the over exaggerated sense of fashion. And stop watching CNN and MSNBC. It rots your brain out. I'm with you, William. Jordan says, that sounds so quaint, to be honest, Linda. Have you looked into Starlink? Their constellation is mostly up and the service is great. That's not a bad idea. Amanda says, I agree, William. And Amanda says, okay, Jack, be respectful. I didn't see what he said. You must have deleted it. Stop sitting down where you pee. Right. Don't sit down when you pee. The town has a monopoly on the electric, so we have no choice as to where we get our electricity, says Alinda. Yeah, mine too. Yeah, we got one place. If you don't pay your light bill here, you can't go get it anywhere else. Don't be afraid to touch your junk. That's right, William. I don't understand this new world we live in. It don't make a lot of sense to me. Jordan says, weak men, hoes, and shoddy workmanship will be cited by scholars as the chief reason for the downfall of Western civilization. ℕ𝕠╠╠Star. I agree. 100% ℕ𝕠╠Star. Whoever that is. But that is exactly the truth. The problem is that men built this world. And there's nobody around to maintain this world anymore. You know, metaphorically speaking. There's still some men out there, but not nearly as... We're not making a bunch of new men. Most of the men nowadays are video game playing, man bun wearing, latte sipping ninnies. And it just ain't going to go good. This next generation coming is going to have a rough time, I promise, when the roads start collapsing. It's going to be bad. Linda says, I actually have to pay the borough for the electricity. Wow. That's crazy. Amanda says, Jack, don't make me time you out, buddy. That's the last time I'm going to warn you. Don't want to hear that shit. Jack, calm your little butt down. I done tried to be nice about it. William says, we have defanged the males of this country. Yeah, I don't know where it's at exactly, but I did a video. It's back there somewhere in my catalog of the contrast between the military in the 60s and 70s and the military now. And I was purely yelling at the camera. I was so angry watching that video at these children in the Marines. It was ridiculous. Go watch that video. It's crazy, the difference. Back in the 60s and 70s, they were animals. That's the military you want fighting your fights. The ones we got now, I don't think they could disrupt the library effectively. It's terrifying. Jack says, sorry, y'all, just saying what the other guy was saying. What other guy? You can say something without being disrespectful. We get that you have a different sensibility about you. That's okay. You can be you. But read the room, dude. There's a lot of ladies in here. Remember that. Be respectful. And Jordan says, to any young men such as myself, there are about 300 to 500,000 missing welders in America. Amen. And the pay is as good as your beads. So start practicing, boys. Yes, welding is a fantastic job, and it has job security because welders are always going to be needed, and they pay really good. And you can make a really good living as a welder, and we need those. I've been thinking about taking it up myself, actually. I can do a pretty good bead. Hey, Rachel Floyd, how are you? And you heard Amanda. Talk and be respectful. There are ladies in here. And Jordan says, hey, Rachel. And Amanda says, hi, Rachel. And William says, we need some Full Metal Jacket shit back in the military, right? I agree. 100% I agree. And Jordan says, yeah, Amanda, I forgot about that myself sometimes. Forget about that sometimes. Yeah, be nice. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about and still be nice. Amanda says, absolutely, William. Jack says, sorry, Amanda. You're forgiven, Jack. Just remember where you're at, buddy. Rachel says, great movie, Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, that was a good movie. And unfortunately, we've made being male a bad thing in this country. Turned it into something toxic. Well, it isn't. But that's the way people are portraying it, and young men are scared to death to show their true natures. They stifle it down at a young age. They don't give them anything to work their maleness at that age. So they grow up to be stunted physically and mentally. And that is not good for them or society. I think men should be taught to be men by older men. The rite of passage thing that we don't do anymore. We should still do that. Amanda says, okay, Jack, but I will not hesitate to boot your ass out of here if you keep doing it. And Jack says, that's me. Well, if you like being here, change that part of you. Make it more amenable to the current clientele. Nobody is denying you attention. You get the same air everybody else gets. But just remember, it's a privilege. It's not a right. And Linda says, here's a quaint little town, very Norman Rockwell-ish. We're actually having our town-wide bazaar and car show Saturday. Cool. Tom Riddle 95 says, I'm stunted. Are you? Well, you should probably go out and work out and sweat a little bit and, break something. Take something apart, see what makes it work. That's a good cure for that stuntedness. William says, Saving Private Ryan would have died with today's males. Yeah, he never made it, that's for sure. Never made it. Jack says, I need a coffee. Amanda says, nice, Linda. I love car shows. Yeah, Amanda's real into cars. She likes that kind of thing. I'm going to go eat some chicken wings, says Jack. Well, enjoy those chicken wings, buddy. I hope they're delicious. Making me hungry. I just remembered I didn't eat today. Probably need to do that at some point. Oh. I do that. I get busy and forget to eat. It's kind of crazy. Jat Hussein says, Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, Jat. God bless America and everybody under its flag. You had loaded potato skins for dinner? That sounds good. I'm probably going to have some noodles. Noodles. I might have a ham sandwich, though. I don't know. Tom Riddle says, I wish we were eating Spam together, looking into each other's souls, just kind of foraging the natural landscape of addiction, because we're not gay but human. That's kind of weirdly specific there, Tom. Spam? Really? And I am human, and I can look into somebody's soul without being gay. Amanda says, Hey, Jack. And Jack says, Happy 4th of July. I was gay one time. Kind of got that idea there, Jack. Maybe you should talk to Tom. You guys might hit it off. And Jack says, Hey, love. Monkey Jew says, that was deep, Tom. Right? Weirdly specific. Kind of like that. Thanks for understanding, says Jack. I do understand. Just like I said, read the room, that's all. You do you. Ain't nobody judging you. Just be polite around the ladies. They don't need to hear all that nonsense. Linda says they shut down the streets and they all bring out their antique cars and tricked out cars and trucks and drive them around the town and then park them for judging. That sounds like fun, Linda. Maybe y'all need a band up that way when that happens. I know a guy, if you're interested. William says, Monty Python had a thing to say about Spam. I don't remember that one. And Amanda says, that's my kind of day, Linda. And Jack says, my Ford truck for fun. Well, I ride a Harley Davidson, so they probably wouldn't like me around all them cars. But I sure like to go look at them because I love antique cars. They don't make them like they used to. I think the sexiest vehicle ever created was a Dodge Charger, circa 1969, 70, somewhere in that area, 72 maybe. The Dukes of Hazzard type. Amanda says, I used to have a car club, and we did car shows and bass competitions, Linda. And Linda says, I wish you could be here, Amanda. And one day, Linda, we'll come visit. Rachel says, I went to a 1975 Spitfire. Or I want a 1975 Spitfire. I think I had a Spitfire when I was a kid. It might have been something else, though. Is that a Pontiac? A Spitfire? Or are you talking about like a Sprite Healy or something like that? Austin Healy. Monkey Juice says 68 GTO for me. That's not a bad looking car either. And also Cougar had a car about that year that was really nice. It didn't look like any of the other Cougars. It looked like, well, kind of like a SS or something, or a Nova. Matter of fact, the movie From Dusk Till Dawn has one in it. It's a Cougar that they're driving. Chevelle SS 1965, says William. Heck yeah. And Amanda says, me too, Linda. I definitely need some car show therapy. Yes, William. That's a sexy car. 1968 Chevelle. Linda said, I had a 69 Camaro, my all-time favorite. Yes, is that the one with the pointy front end? I love the 69 Camaro. Triumph Spitfire. Okay. Jordan says, if any of you have a young boy, anything above 5 years old or older or so, get them an old Dynasty TIG welder and teach them how to weld some stuff. It builds a lot of character in a young man. Trust me. That's not a bad idea there, Jordan. I believe in teaching a young man how to shoot, and I believe in teaching a young man how to work. Both of those things are very important for life down the road. I agree with you. Amanda says a 78 Trans Am. Jordan says, also, speaking of cars, let them sit on your lap and give them steering wheel around the neighborhood a shot. Another great thing for a young kid. Absolutely. Both of my kids were driving by the time they were like 10. Amanda says, yes, Linda, I'm a die-hard Firebird and Camaro person. I had a Camaro once, fire engine red Camaro. And Rachel says, Jack, you are really annoying. Can you stop? ? And that's the second person that has asked you to stop, Jack. The third person will be me, and it'll be permanent. Did I? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. If you want me to see your super chat, try the super chat button. That will definitely put it right in my face. Otherwise, there's a possibility I will miss it when the chat gets to moving. And I don't see it. Tom, could you retype it, please? I didn't ignore it on purpose. Linda says, I had a Spitfire many moons ago. I think that's what we had back when I was about 18. Little gray. It looked like a Fiero, kind of. It was real low to the ground. I think that was a Spitfire, but I'm not sure. You were low-key getting on my nerves, bruh, says Rachel. Ain't funny or cute, so please stop. Jordan says, my mom had a T-Bird way back. She has a few pictures of her with it. That's cool. Thunderbirds are nice cars. I had a Thunderbird too, one of the boxy ones, the square ones, you know, back like 85, 86-ish. I loved it. With the flip-up headlights, the Thunderbirds on the headlights. Curious Squirrel says, my first car was a 66 Chevy Chevelle Malibu 2-door hardtop. Nice. No post between the front and the back windows, so you had to roll both of them down. I hear you. That's nice. My first car was a, I forget what year it was, but it was a Ford Maverick. It might have been like a 80, something like that. It looked like a Mustang. It had the same body as a Mustang. It was just a Maverick. I love that car. William says 63 Corvette. Split rear window. Nice. Well, we don't want that, Rachel. Let's not be triggering anybody. I see a warning sign. Well, we need to calm down. Maybe that's why I missed it, because it was taken out of here. Let that be a lesson. Don't say things that'll get taken out of the context. Jordan says, Tom, I'm not a violent man, but you're testing my patience. That's 2 people for you, Tom. Third one will be me. Monkey Juice says, I had a 1982 Trans Am. Doesn't fall under a classic, but it's kind of cool. Ain't nothing wrong with an 82. I like Trans Ams. Jordan says, Rachel, I'm usually against blocking people, but knowing some about your history, if it's bothering you, I'd recommend just clicking his name and blocking him. The chat has spoken. Banhammer's on the case. My sister had a red 69 Camaro, says Curious Squirrel. Ooh, nice. I love those old cars, man. They just do not make things like that anymore, and I wish they did. I thought they were going to when the Prowler came out, like that was their dipping a toe back into making muscle cars. Nope. Just a one-off. And it wasn't very good. Linda says, Jordan, that is how my middle son started. He built his first car, a 75 Ventura, at the age of 15. And then he took a two-wheel truck and turned it into a four-wheel lifted truck by the time he was 19. That sounds like a very enterprising young man. He gone, says Jordan. He gone. They both got warned. They don't have to be gone. You can be in here. You can be part of the family. Or you can get booted out on your ass for being disrespectful. They both got booted. Thank you, Amanda. Rachel says, Jordan, true. Amy Elizabeth, welcome back. Hello. And Rachel says, thank you, Amanda. Hi, Amy, says Amanda. RX, welcome to the show. My wife is my first cousin. Well, that sounds like a personal problem. And also one that you don't lead with in a conversation. That's like third day knowing each other stuff. Amanda says, you're welcome, Rachel. It sounds personal, RX. Jordan says, Linda, dang, that's freaking amazing, honestly. A hat tip to him. I've never done anything crazy like that. That's seriously awesome. I hope he left the badges on to confuse people. I know I would, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Amy Elizabeth. God bless you and your family. Your dad went to heaven on Monday. I'm so sorry. But he's in a better place, and the Lord loves him, so that's a good alternative to where he was. And Rachel says, sorry for your loss, Amy. Here's a rose. And Amanda says, sorry, Amy, prayers. And Linda says, sorry for your loss, Amy. My dad is in paradise. He's not suffering anymore, says Amy. That's right. That's the way to look at it. Jordan says, sorry to hear that, Amy. I hope you're staying strong, heart. Jack says, am I okay? Well, that depends, Jack. Do you think you can manage keeping your freakiness to yourself? Amanda says, you need to be, Jack. Because if you can't be, I'll boot you for the rest of the night. I ain't playing games. Jordan says, I can see your chat for now, Jack. Curious Squirrel says, big virtual hug, Amy. Amy says, liked and shared. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And thank you for being here tonight. Is there anything we can discuss that will make you feel better? Is there anything you'd like to know? William says, Jack, you may need a tune-up with that band hammer. I'm sorry for your loss, Jack, but this is not the time or place to vent your frustrations due to your loss. This is the time to hang out with people that make you feel better and talk about good, positive things, which is what we're trying to do. You're welcome to be part of that. But, you know, you're kind of making yourself the center of attention, and there's a lot of people in here. Amanda says, LOL Jordan. By the way, like, subscribe, and share, please. And if you absolutely want to be heard, super chat in the chat box would be a lovely idea. Thanks for understanding, Jake. You're welcome, Jack. If this were a Bible study night, that would have been the end of it. But because it's a relaxed night and everybody's unwinding for the week, you're allowed a little latitude. Amanda says, smash that like button. Don't just touch it. Touch it. Touch it, please. Wiggle it vigorously. $240 people have been in here already. Awesome. And by the way, we do have a join button over there. If you want to join the channel and be part of something special, you certainly can be. We're running a special. All newcomers are welcome. Amy says, I invited Maureen to the show. Excellent, Amy. I've had her here before. That's lovely. And Amanda says, 16 in chat and only 12 likes. Come on, y'all. I got 11. I'll take it, though. There it goes. Now it says 12. I guess my feed is a little behind because I've only got a good connection because the weather's kind of crappy around here, too. Press the 3 dots and then the thumbs up, says Amy Elizabeth. Thank you, Amy. What we going to do, Jake? Whatever you want to do within reason, Jack. This is a relaxed night. It's a chill stream. That means hang out, get to know people, talk about things that everybody wants to talk about, and have a good time. That's all. Get you a beer. Relax. Or a cup of coffee. Nice hot cup of coffee would be good. Good for the soul. Linda says, Jack, maybe you can get up here for next year's car show. Jake, oh, sorry. And you can meet my crew. Well, Linda, I would love to do that. Absolutely. I might get up there sooner than that, actually. I've been meaning to come visit Walter. I just hadn't had a chance to get up that way yet. William says, I almost couldn't chat tonight. I'm recovering from a cold like Biden. Really? Well, I hope you feel better, William. And I'm glad you're here. Trump and coffee. That's a good combination, Jack. What do you think heaven looks like? Will it be different for everyone? No, everybody will see the same thing, Amy, and it will be beautiful. There is a description of the new city of Jerusalem in Revelations, and I would imagine that heaven probably looks a lot like that. The thing you need to understand about heaven is that it's here. God comes back here. Obviously, heaven is like Air Force One. Wherever God is heaven. You know, whatever plane the president's on is Air Force One. So wherever God resides is heaven. But the heaven that we're going to inhabit is on this planet. So it'll look like this, only better. Jordan says, if you like rolling green mountains and fresh breeze, Utah's Wasatch Mountains are lovely this time of year from all the snow melt. I bet it is beautiful. Just imagine how beautiful the earth is, Amy. It's way more beautiful than that, heaven. And with the light of God's love, there's nothing like it. And I imagine, you know, here on this plane, we can see a little sliver of the spectrum of light, but there's a whole spectrum of light that we cannot perceive on both sides, infrared and ultraviolet. And we see right down the middle just a little tiny sliver of that light. And everything we see is involved in that little sliver. Same thing with sound. It goes in both directions as far as you could imagine, but we can only hear a certain frequency of it. I would imagine that when you are in your spiritual form that you have full access to all of that. And imagine what colors you would be able to see if you could see the whole spectrum of light. Imagine what sounds you would hear, what music would sound like if you could hear all the frequencies. And that's kind of what heaven would be like. Amanda says, oh, I think it's absolutely beautiful and amazing, a true paradise, Amy. Well, it is paradise. It's God's paradise. And it's going to be full of light. That's right, Jack. What do I think of ChatGPT? Well, I did a video about ChatGPT, and I beat it in an argument. Now, I am a master debater, but I shouldn't be able to beat artificial intelligence. It's supposed to be smarter than me. And if I could corner it and win a debate with a computer, it ain't doing so hot. So that's what I'm thinking of it. And I'm ready to take it on again anytime. So I'm just waiting for it to get a little better, and I'll do another video on it. I do like the idea, though, that people are using it to make art and things like that. The prompting deal where you can make little short movies and mix arts together. I think there's some room there for some real creativity if it's used properly. I don't know how you would copyright it because it's just scrubbing the internet for sources. So anything it creates has already been created in some fashion. It's just mixing ideas together. But I think there is a real possibility that could be used for some creative things. But I don't think the technology is as good as they say it is. They're trying to hype it up right now. I don't think it's going to get better until it gets better. It's cold. It's 90 out here. And I'm wearing my jacket for right now. And hoodie and cold. Well, that's weird because it's burning up where I'm at, Jack. William says, I think it's silly. It is silly. AI is dangerous. It is dangerous. And I think it could cause a lot of problems in the future. But right now, it ain't nearly as dangerous or scary as people think it is because it's just an infant. It's not, it's just doing subroutines. It's not really intelligent. And Linda says, Jack, if you think 90 is cold out, I don't know what you'd do up north in the wintertime. LOL. Right? I went up to Minot, North Dakota with my band for 2 weeks. I did a show up there. Was on the road. And so we had a little band house out there in Minot, a place called I think it was called the Crazy Horse, was the name of the place. Crazy Horse Saloon. And it was in December, and it was cold. I thought I was going to die. I went out to smoke a cigarette and locked myself out of the house. and I was literally debating whether or not I could make it across the street to the store before I passed out or kick the door in. I chose option B, if that'll tell you how cold I was. Cost me like $100 to fix that door. Jordan says, I literally pay for GPT-4 just to debate it. It's a great feeling to beat the closest thing to the entirety of humanity, to the entirety of human knowledge. Can't lie. Yes, it is. I've done it, so I understand. What you should do is film that debate in some fashion so that you could put it up as a video, and that would be something you could generate views with. I need a blankie jack. Or do you need a blankie jack? Says Amy. It's 90 cold. Yes, it is. Dana, hello. The word artificial means something phony, not real. There is real intelligence upon this earth. That's debatable. That is living human intelligence. Greetings. How are you, Dana? Good to see you. I hope things are well on your side of the world. Amanda says, hi, Dana. And Jordan says, Jack, how old are you? I'm just curious. And Jordan says, hi, Dana. Good to see you. 5, Jordan, says Amanda. Wow. Dana says, hi, Amanda. Jack says, I got one. All right. William says, Jack, drink this. Hot cup of coffee. That's right. And Jordan says, I was thinking more like 12, but yeah, probably, Amanda. And Jack says, need Wawa. All right, Jack. And Dana says, hi, Jordan. Good to see you. Curious Squirrel says, they're making software now that dumbs down writing. I know. Example, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was mid. That's weird. Yep, that's what it says. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. That would be a tale of two cities, right? I'm starting to feel like you don't appreciate what service I'm providing here, Jack. I'm starting to feel like you're taking advantage of me a little bit. I've been nice. That's going to stop right now. The next word that comes out of your mouth better be involved in some form of legitimate conversation, or that will be the last word you speak on this platform with me. Got it? Good. Okay. Jordan says, Jack, as somebody who has literally been dogpiled by this very chat before, I can tell you you deserve it. You're not here for intellectual pursuit or to hang out. Chill the F out, dude. Seriously. Amanda says, I agree, Jordan. I'm completely over it. And Dana says, real hip versus artificial hip is a good example of the meaning of the word artificial. I got you. I have both of my hips, so I don't know what that feels like, but I can imagine it sucks. But I will tell you this. Mankind never has, nor will it ever, create real intelligence, because it takes life to do that, and man is not God. No matter what they tell you, no matter how much they promise you it's true, it is not really conscious. It is a facsimile. It's a fake. It's a fraud. It is a pretend version. It is anti-human. Might even be antichrist. So just remember that while they're rolling this thing out. Remember that it's disingenuous, that it does not have a soul, that you cannot trust it. Well, Jordan, it's not that it's not good. It's not natural to the human body, so I would imagine you could feel that. It is made out of cobalt, which means it'll probably make you sick in the long run because cobalt leaches. I don't know if they fixed that problem or not, but they used to make them out of cobalt. And also, the surgery to put in an artificial hip is grueling. It takes like a year to get over that, to get back on your feet. And I could imagine that would probably suck for the rest of your life, having that piece of metal in your hip. Kevin Cox, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. Amy says there is intelligence in our DNA from the Creator, and His name is written in every cell. That's right, Amy. You're absolutely right. And that's the only place that intelligence comes from. Jordan says, Jack, go troll the Indians in T-Series, bro. Do something productive if you're in that mood, right? Amanda says, hey, Kevin. Jordan says, hey, Kev. Amanda says, I heard they are 3D printing hips now. I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know how they could. It's made out of metal. Dana says, AI is definitely part of the Antichrist system of the beast. It may be. It may very well be. It does fit the bill. Because I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but in the description of the Antichrist, there's a word that they use to describe the halo. And it describes it as cheap, as like a fake copy of the real thing. It doesn't. You can tell it's not real. It's disingenuous. And to me, that's the same thing as saying artificial intelligence. So I think that that's more than likely the way it's going to end up being. Linda says, I guess I've been a mother to too many boys for too many years. I just tuned Jack out, right? And Jordan says, Amanda, oh, great. Now you get microplastics, right? 3D printing, microplastics, yeah. That wouldn't surprise me either. They can't do nothing right. Just make it out of stainless steel and be done with it. Kevin says, hey, Amanda, hey, Jordan. And Jack says, love y'all. I wish you would show it, Jack. Kevin says, happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to you too, buddy. I hope you and April are doing well tonight. Amy says, just posting this here in case anyone needs it. Not spamming. Please don't ban me. You're not going to get banned, Amy. Whatever you want to say, you can say. Deborah Bush, welcome to the show. Says, I don't know if you know this, but I have a friend who is a teacher who has a job that she can take a class on, and she's a student of English. So I don't think she's a good fit, but she has a good job. That's fantastic, Deborah. I don't know what you're talking about, but I appreciate the shouting out of your friend there. Jack says, happy 4th. Happy 4th, Jack. Jordan says, we love you too, Jack. Just try and respect the wishes of everybody here. And Amy says, Veteran Crisis Hotline. And here's the number and the extension if you need it. Use it. And Amanda says, Amy, I don't just ban people. You're good. And she says, great, thank you, Amy. Wonderful idea. There's nothing to be jealous of, Jack. Just be happy. And Jordan says, Amy, if you come from a position of good faith, you should be fine unless you keep pestering the same dude like I did the last time I got timed out. Yeah, there's no reason to do that. I mean, we're a good bunch of people. We listen, and we're open to sharing ideas, and we're not judging you for whatever freaky deaky business you get into. But, I mean, read the room. It's very easy. We're adults. Let's have an adult conversation. And we can go all over the place and have a good conversation that everybody can be involved in without spamming and saying a bunch of nasty things and disrespecting the ladies in the chat, which I absolutely hate. It's very easy. Nate, welcome back. Hey, Jake. Good to see you, boss man. Good to see you too, Nate. I hope you're doing well. Happy 4th of July. Jordan says, for the record, I'm judging Jack. Just say it. Well, I try to be open-minded. I realize that my cup of tea ain't everybody's, but hopefully you can learn from it. That's the idea anyway. Amanda says, hi, Nate. And Jordan says, I'm just kidding, but kind of. LOL, Jordan. You guys are awesome. You had a lot of coffee. Sounds like you had a lot of cocaine, buddy. But I understand. You don't have to keep apologizing. Nate says, hey, Amanda, hamburger helper. I think that's what he's saying. Amy says, my chinchilla is staring at me while I eat this pork chop. That chinchilla's probably thinking, Frank, what did they do to you? Or, oh my God, is she going to eat me like that next? Or maybe he wants one. Give me some of that pork chop. Is it true that you can't get a chinchilla wet? It'll mold. What a useless animal. Oh, Chihuahua. I thought she said chinchilla. I can't read. Yeah, Chihuahua. Never mind. Forget all I said. Chihuahua. Yeah, I can't see. I'm sorry. Yes, it is true about the chinchillas. It's the same amount of letters. Kind of looks like the word. Chihuahua. Psst, you quiero Taco Bell. I like them little shaky ones. The little hairless ones. I'm basically blind, yes. I don't know if you've noticed the lazy eye. Nate says, happy 4th, everybody. Happy 4th, Nate. Happy Independence Day. My mom served in the Navy. Awesome. And the 4th was her favorite holiday. She also died on the 4th of July. Wow. Such an amazing holiday that has so much meaning. Nate, I'm sorry for your loss, and also, you had an awesome mom. They look alike, too. It's all good. They do look alike. That's what I thought I said. Evil eye. Nope. Lazy eye. Can't see out of that eye. Linda says, Amy, my dachshund does that no matter what I'm eating. I do know what that word says. Dash hound. Amy says, my dad served 23 years in the Navy, Nate. Nate says, thanks, Jake. I appreciate it. Your mother was awesome. That's amazing that she served in the Navy. And I'm sorry for your loss. My mom was just a mom, but I lost her in 2015, so I understand. William says, Jack, maybe it's not the coffee. Maybe it's the brandy you're adding to it. Brandy, she was a fine girl. How's the cats? They're good. All of them feral. They come and go as they please. They show up for me to feed them, though. Jordan says, Nate, good to see you again. I'm glad to hear you see it that way. That is pretty cool. She got to see her favorite day one last time. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Dana says, I think Biden will get replaced. I think they're going to try to replace him, but the truth is it's up to him. Like, they can't circumvent him. They could do the 25th Amendment. They could impeach him, but they can't make him step down because he is the president. So if he won't relent, he can just keep running and they can't stop him. But I think they're going to do everything in their power to try and get him to step down. And if that doesn't work, they might resort to other measures. But one thing's for certain, they're not going to let Kamala Harris be president, which is hilarious to me because that goes against everything they've been preaching for the last 10 years. She'd be the first female black president. Can't turn her away, surely. She happens to be dumb as a box of rocks, though. Amanda says, we can only hope, Dana. Jordan says, I'm a London dry gunman myself. I love me some Bombay Sapphire or Bombay East. I don't know what any of those words mean. Gin. Oh, gin. I got you. Dana says, they will wait until the convention is over and then they will swap him out so nobody can interfere with the choice they made. They're going to do something at the convention because everybody's up in arms. Everybody. Even the Obamas are coming out of the woodworks and Hillary Clinton's rearing her ugly head again. And it's going to be bad. I don't know what they're going to do, but no matter which way they go, it's going to suck for America. And I will be covering it because that's just too good. Amy says, I'm not a drinker. 7 years sober. Drugs and alcohol are bad. Yes, they are, Amy. Yes, they are. And congratulations on your 7 years. That's hard to do. Jordan says, it's UK electronics tomorrow. Sorry, it's UK elections tomorrow. Everyone pray for us, our friends across the pond. Yes, Lord. I hope that the UK elect good people. Nate says, thanks, Jordan. You were so correct on that. I couldn't have prayed for a better day myself. She was so patriotic and gave me the undying patriotism I have today. Well, Nate, God bless America and God bless your mama. I know she's in a good place. Amanda says, congratulations, Amy. And Linda says, Jordan, I'm a whiskey girl myself. Whiskey girl. Yeah, now you're talking. Amanda says, me too, Linda, when I decide to drink, which is rare. I am a tequila man, though I don't drink. But if I had to drink, it'd be tequila. Nate says, Jake, do you think they will replace Biden or keep him so far as he is the only one who has beat Trump? I think they want to replace him now. I think they have wanted to for a while. But ultimately, unless they do something like the 25th Amendment or impeachment or something like that, unless they air his dirty laundry and he gets, convicted of a crime or, any of the number of things they could do. But politically speaking, just legally, they can't make him stop. It's up to him. If he wants to step down, he can, but he can keep running if he wants to also. And I believe he's just arrogant enough to keep trying to do that. But I hope that something happens because either way you look at it, it's not going to be good for the American people, and that's what we need to worry about. She may be dumb as rock, says William, but she can cackle with the best of them. Yeah, there's something else she's really good at, too. Like, probably better than anybody in the world. And I know that only because of her position, because there ain't but one way to get that kind of position, and it was not from being smart. Well, there's two ways to get that position. One way is being smart, and that ain't the way she got it. So she's probably the best in the world at the old glug 3000, you know what I'm saying? See, Jack, that's how you tell a dirty joke in a room full of ladies. Amy says, I don't think Obama will allow Michelle to run. It's against his religion. True, being that he's a Muslim. But I also don't think Michelle wants to run because I don't think she has any political talent. I think she just got popular because she was his wife. And because they kept running her face on magazines the whole time they were in office. But I don't think she has anything politically to offer. She's just a person. Jordan says, Linda and Amanda, try some tin cup whiskey if you can. It's my favorite dark liquor. Handcrafted in small batches and made with Rocky's snow melt water. It's amazing. You also get a cool tin cup in each bottle. That's cool. Tin cup whiskey. Amanda says, right, Amy? Jack says, I was a soda drinker, but I'm trying not to drink coffee. I hear you. Curious Squirrel says, they are desperate. Anything is on the table. I agree, Curious Squirrel. It is no telling what they're going to do. I couldn't even begin to predict how they're going to handle this. I can just tell you what the options are legally, but I have no idea what they're willing to stoop to do. IDK, bro, what's up, brother? Happy 4th of July. Hey, Jake, how you doing, man? I'm doing pretty good. Got half my voice back. I'm halfway back to being normal again. Amanda says, I'm a Southern Comfort girl myself. And Crown Royal. Blech. I don't like either one of those. I don't even like the smell of them. You do you. Amanda says, hey, IDK. And Elizabeth says, people didn't vote for Biden. They voted against Trump. They voted against life, too, because most of the people that voted for him were dead. But that's beside the point. But you're right. They did vote against Trump, the ones that did vote. Jordan says, Curious Squirrel, I just hope I hope UKIP can get in and the Tory vote doesn't get so watered down for the Labours to win. I don't know what any of those words mean either. I kind of know what UKIP is, but only because I saw a documentary. I have a pet, says Jack. Most of us do, Jack. Hawk Tui, yes. You got it. That's how you tell a dirty joke. And Jordan says, Amy, LOL, if you even believe she's a woman, which I am dubious about. Ha ha. True. Also true. Big Mike, yes. Nate says, it seems like Jill Biden is willing to keep him in office, even knowing her husband is not fit. I think they could convince Joe Biden to step down, but it seems like Jill wants the power. I don't disagree with that, Nate. I saw how she acted after the debates, and it was terrifying. I think we got a Woodrow Wilson thing going on here. Linda says, what kind of dog, Jack? Does the chat love me? I love y'all. Yes, we love you, Jack. But we're getting kind of thin. You know what I'm saying? William says, Big Mike back in the house. Oof, terrifying. Look at those shoulders. Look at those hands. Ain't no way. The pit bull, says Jack. That's a good dog. I like pit bulls. If we're comparing first ladies, Melania would lose hands down. Monkey juice. I realized that they didn't do any cover magazines for Melania, but have you looked at the two of those women? By the way, Melania speaks 7 languages. English is like her 5th language. She's a self-made entrepreneur. She has her own money. She does not love Trump for his money. She was a supermodel back in the 80s. Do you even know what you're talking about? As far as comparing first ladies goes, she's the most class act first lady we've had since Jackie Onassis. Period. Linda says, love pitties, pit bulls. Yes, very nice dogs. Nate says, I pray Gavin Newsom is not an option. We all see how California is run. He can't run a state, let alone a country. I agree, Nate, but I believe he is an option. I believe they're trekking him out to see what kind of traction he'll gain. Liam, welcome back. Who wins in a fight, spiders or just the right amount of clams? Spiders, obviously. Jordan says, Amanda, can't fault you for that. But if you drink rarely, it's good to treat yourself, in my opinion. I still have my bottle from 2016 when I got one at a trade show in Joshua Tree way back. Joshua Tree is in California somewhere. Or is it Arizona? I can't remember which. I think it's California. Amanda says, sweet, Jordan, I might look into it. And Amanda, Jordan says, UKIP equals UK Independence Party. Tory basically is rhinos, and Labor's the democommies is the best way to describe it. Correct me if I'm wrong, any UK folks. Yeah, I don't know anything about UK politics. I know they had a queen one time. That's it. Jordan says, Amanda, yeah, the guy didn't even check my ID, which was lucky, right? William says, monkey juice, put down the juice. Amy says, Melania does not wear fabric that you can find on a couch. She's classy. Amanda says, LOL, I haven't been ID'd in a long time. George says, I compare my finance to her. Sometimes she's smart. Oh, fiance. Is that what you're trying to say? Fiance? Sometimes she's smart, beautiful, and very strong woman. I am blessed. Yes, you are, Jordan. It's hard to find a good woman that you can be proud of. And if you got one, I'd hang on to her with everything you got, buddy, and make life as soon as you possibly can. Get busy, young man. Bill or something, Bill. I'd let Bill watch me tap Hillary over Trump and Melania. Well, Bill or something? No accounting for taste, brother. Exactly. Fashion model, not brain. Not brain model. Well, like I said, she speaks 7 languages. You know anybody that speaks 7 languages? She does. You gotta have brains to do that. Yes, Joshua Tree is a lovely Mojave Desert country. Great place. Lots of hipsters and debauchery, though, so be careful. I've heard about it. Isn't that where the guy from the Alan Parsons Project bit the dust? All right, Jack. That's one. Amy Elizabeth says, fiance, what are you waiting for? Marry her already. Right. Good go. And Dana says, Jake, Melania's supposed 5 languages she claims she speaks had been disputed on the international scale because they had to call an interpreter to speak for her in every country she visited. Well, I did not know that. I only know what they said. Except Slovenia, where she is from. So maybe she doesn't speak 5 languages. You might be right, Monkey Juice. Dana's usually pretty spot on with her knowledge, so I'll take her word for it. But I've always heard that she spoke 7 languages. So if she don't, she don't. Either way, she's gorgeous. I'll give her that. And Jordan says, Amy, she's still in college for oncology, so she wanted to wait until she was done with that. Also, I need to save up a bit more cash for a decent honeymoon. I won't lie. Well, don't wait for money, dude, because you'll never be ready. If that's what you're waiting on, to be financially stable, there's no such thing. There's always going to be issues. But if you love that woman, you put a ring on it quick as you can. Especially if she loves you back. William says, Bill or something? Seek help. Monkey Juice says, I gotta be pretty bad to have Amanda axe you. Yeah, you do have to be pretty bad. Amanda says, LOL, Monkey, right? And Bill or something says, someone put in a good word for me. If I was you, I'd learn how to duck real fast if you were going to hang out with Hillary Clinton. Nate says, Bill, wow. If you would rather tap Hillary over Melania, I have some serious reservations with your judgment. Melania is still a supermodel material. She's smart and beautiful, and Hillary is old, overweight cow. I can't speak for that, but I can tell you that she is definitely not Melania material. And Jordan says, Dana, Putin speaks English and German pretty fluently. But if you notice, he usually has a translator. It's more to be sure there are no misunderstandings, kind of like insurance. That is also true. I don't really know. I'm not really talking from a position of knowledge. I'm talking from things I've heard, so I don't really know either way, but you are right about that. And also, there's translators in every country anyway, so it may just be that they were there. And they need to get paid too. Could be that. I don't know. Jack says, gang out with Trump. Hang out with Trump. I'd hang out with Trump in a heartbeat. I bet he's fun. He definitely knows how to gain an audience. That's for sure. Amanda says, Bill, I'd find the biggest rock I could find and crawl under it, buddy. And Monkey Juice says, even Monkey wouldn't do that. And Nate says, LOL, Amanda, you said it best. Translator, deep state confirmed, says Jordan. Right? Amy says, thanks for letting me hang out with y'all tonight. Amy, you're always welcome with us. Anytime. And thank you for hanging out with us tonight. You added an air of class to the place, so I appreciate you. Dana says, Jordan, yes, he does, especially German. Putin is a very educated man, yet Melania is not. Melania's career was modeling, not linguistics. Well, I guess that solves that problem. Jordan says, Dana, I don't know much about her, but I'll take your word for it. At the very least, she's actually a woman, LOL. That's true. All right, boys and girls, it is 10:18, and I'm not getting any younger. Why don't you please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you get notifications of when I'm going to be online. Smash that like button. It's free. It's effortless. It's right in front of you, and it really does help the channel with the algorithms, and it helps us get recommended to other people. So won't you do that, please? Share this video with somebody you love. Better yet, share it with somebody you don't love. Bring them into the family. Make them part of the fold. Be part of their solutions, not part of their problems. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you're thinking about. Question me, curse me, bless me, challenge me, confront me, conform with me, drink my Kool-Aid, make your own Kool-Aid. As long as you're thinking critical, that's what I want. Critical thought coming from that brain of yours. And hey, if you love the content and you can see the value in what I'm trying to build here tonight and you'd like to show some love, try that super chat button in the chat box. I'd appreciate that. Also, hit the join button or buy some merch. But if you really want to help out in some kind of substantial way, you can go to paypal.me/jakejohnsonband, or if you're a Cash App user, you can go to $JakeJohnsonBand. Every little bit helps. It's a win-win. It's a blessing to me in this channel, but it's a blessing to you too, because when you support the things you love, they stay, and you can't get rid of them. That's how it works. Also, God notices these things, so it is a blessing. We live in a reciprocal universe. So I will always answer all of your questions and comments, as I always do. But I do have to get up and go to work in the morning, so I'm going to bolt out of here pretty shortly. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Even you, Jack. How do I read every comment? One at a time. Same way I eat an elephant. Curious Squirrel says, thank you for being here with us and sharing, Amy Elizabeth. Dana says, Jordan Scott Mills, smiley face. And William says, Jack, I'm going to need you to walk this line, heel, toe, heel, toe. Amy says, rolling on the floor, William. And Jordan says, I trust her, Nate. She's pretty knowledgeable from everything I've seen. I highly respect her opinion, as do I. She says that I generally take it for granted. And I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, so I need people like that to keep me in line. And I appreciate it. You won't hear no complaints from me. Monkey Juice says, happy 4th, Amanda and Jake. Happy 4th of July, Monkey Juice. I hope you have a great day tomorrow and enjoy your time off. And Nate says, I have an amazing 4th, Jake. Have a great night, everybody. God bless. And to God be the glory. Amen, Nate. Thank you. And I hope you have an amazing 4th as well. Amanda says, thank you, Muggy. I hope you enjoy it too. And Nate says, I agree, Jordan. And Dana says, Nate, I don't claim to be an expert, yet I am well educated. And I am a linguist. She is that. Amanda says, thanks, Nate. Jordan says, have a good night, guys. Sleep well. Jordan, thanks for being here, brother. Linda says, have a wonderful and safe 4th of July, everyone. Linda, if you get to hear from Walter tonight, tell him we said hello. And I hope you have a great day tomorrow. I quit. Pay me? Pay me. I'm the one that ain't making no money tonight, so you keep talking. Jack, pay you. Dana says, Nate says, Dana, okay. Yet you make claims on both people and their knowledge. Either way, happy 4th, everybody. Tomorrow is an amazing day to remember. Yes, it is, Nate. And like I said, Dana's very, very smart in this field, and I do trust her word. So if she says it, it's probably true. But look into it if you disagree. Come back with some more information. It's always the way to win an argument. Details, facts, that's what we look for. But there's no any person that's contributing an idea, it's worth that in and of itself. Yeah, Amanda says, you should pay us, Jack, right? We gave you all the attention that you got tonight. And William says, happy 4th, everybody. William, I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Thank you. Happy 4th of July. Dana says, Nate, my intake on both is verifiable and backed up by facts. There you go. And Amanda says, happy 4th, y'all. Be safe. Don't drink too much and don't hold the fireworks in your hand. Right? And also, don't name it after me. But do. Because I'll take credit for it. Amanda, great advice, says William. Absolutely. God bless you all. Thank you all so much for being here. I had a great time tonight. I hope you guys did too. I hope we had a good conversation. I hope it was productive for everybody. I'm going to go drink another cup of coffee and pass out on my lumpy bed and go to work in the morning. Thank you guys. I love you. I'll see you on Friday right here on Untethered Live. Do your research. That's right. Happy 4th, everybody. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. I'm Jake Johnson, and I approve this message.